Welcome to video 2 in our series on hiring. This video is about how to prepare for a hire and also, are you ready to make that next hire? Our previous video, we covered 3 mistakes that contractors make when making hires. It's a really good video. You should check it out. So let's talk about the hiring process. Normally, people look to hire in a state of emergency, right? There's a lot of things going on. I've got these clients that I'm going to lose. And so I just need to find someone to fill the spot so I can say yes to the next client and keep filling my schedule. The problem is you cannot make a hire long-term that way. To make the hire, you need to be a slow, methodical hiring process to make sure it's the right fit for your company, which we'll talk about later. So not making money now is the key when you're making that hire. Everyone wants to make that hire so I can cash in on the jobs that I have, when in essence, the goal of what you're doing is trying to set a foundation for your company. You're trying to hire the person that you can build your company up with and be able to create longevity in your company and grow it to the next spot. So when we preach and talk about different hires, we do not like the vertical hire style. We like a horizontal hire style. Let me diagram that on the whiteboard for you. All right, so let's talk about the difference of a vertically stacked company versus a horizontally stacked company. So most contractors set up like this. This is me as the contractor, and I've got a client that I've got to deal with. I decide I've got so many clients, I'm going to hire a project manager who's going to come in and help with this client. I do the estimate. I talk back and forth about what's going on the job. I then say, okay, hey, I'm going to let my PM run this job. He talks to the client. They have a question for him. He asks me. I communicate with the client. They communicate back. I'm going to go out and check on this crew because I run the paint crew, but he knows about the handyman crew. So he's going to run out to the job site. And now we're doing a little bit more work. So let's hire another PM. They come in here, I do an estimate for another client. Again, we've got 2 clients now that are giving me information that I'm passing to my project manager. He passes it back, he might talk with that client. But again, I'm now responsible for half of the stuff on these 2 jobs that are passing through me. There is a responsibility issue where who's responsible for this client? Me or my project manager, because they talk to him about this, but me about the other thing. So the way, when it starts getting very vertical, you have another client on here and another. The issue is, as soon as I want to go on vacation or I want to step out for a week, all of this communication disappears. And so they don't know, he doesn't know half the stuff that the client needs. The client doesn't know that I am gone or that they need to call to the PM, or the PM doesn't know who's responsible for what. So it gets very convoluted to where I can maybe run 15, 16 jobs total, where before I hire these guys, I can run 10 at a time. But all in all, when it's vertically, I am still the main artery in the middle of all the communication with all my clients. When we're talking a horizontal setup, you start with me as the contractor in the middle. I hire on a project manager who comes in, and I train them to be me. I train them on how we do estimates. I train them on how we deal with clients. I train them on how to find subcontractors. I train them on everything that I do in this business because we've got a process for training them. Once they're trained up, we put a customer underneath them. They are dealing with the customer, and I am sitting here as their assistant, helping them deal with this customer. If something goes wrong, they come to me and talk to me. Now, the only time that I'm dealing with my customer is in the rare occasion that there is an issue on the job. If the customer complains, then yes, I'm going to step in and have a conversation, but I'm going to be doing it through my project manager where he's on site with me. So any communication is 100% my project manager's responsibility. He is in charge of this client being happy, and he will get paid accordingly if this client is happy and completed. Now I can hire another PM. I am not spending all my time dealing with this client. I was spending my time setting this PM up, and now I don't need to help him anymore as much. Maybe I'm meeting with him once, twice a week to help give him support with his clients. I hire this next PM. We start getting clients underneath him. I'm dealing with him, he's dealing with them. Everyone is in a line, and we're going to be able to keep expanding out horizontally. I can hire another PM. I can hire another PM to a point to where we've got enough work coming in that eventually I can hire a head of renovations. I can replace myself here because this person is just managing these people. You know, the big key to this is that this is an egocentric setup. You have to be the man. I want everyone to come to me. I want everyone to pass through me because I'm a control freak is the excuse that you'll use. It's not that. You want to be the center of everything because you don't have ways to set these guys up. If you can make these guys your superstars, your all-stars on the team, and make the clients and them have the relationship, that allows you to step out of the company. That allows you to go on vacation where he is 100% responsible for the client. It's very easy setup. You just have to plan and prep for it. So now that you have the mindset of building your company horizontally in your hires, let's talk about the plan you need to have in place prior to making that first hire. So there are 3 things that we talk about that need to be in place. Number 1, a blueprint for success. What does your company look like over the next 12 months? What will you look like in 12 months from now, right? If you don't know where you're going and how that new hire is going to fit into your processes and your program, what you're building, it's never going to work. Also, part of a blueprint is saying, this is where I'm going and I'm going to lead us there. You cannot hire someone to come work for you and follow you if you aren't leading. If there is not an end goal for them coming in to work at your company, it's very hard to keep employees that way. Second thing that you need to have planned for is a process for training that new hire to be you, to duplicate yourself, right? What does that process look like? It is, how do we teach them the magic sauce that clients come and buy our product for? How do I show them every single step and process that's important and train them up on that? The third thing that we talk about is the financial management to make sure you have enough money ready for them when you're making that hire. You are going to have to burn 2 to 3 months of money just on their salary, hoping that they make it during the training. You cannot expect them to start working day 1 and make you money. It's not going to happen if you're trying to hire for the long term. So contractors hate this video because I'm saying slow down, don't make that hire yet. Prepare, plan prior to hiring. I know this because I've made these mistakes myself. I've made those hires over and over and over again. A few years ago, we were keeping 1 out of 5 hires that we were making because we didn't have these processes in place at first. So I feel your pain. I understand how it is, and I want to help you out. ProServe Alliance is a company that we've started to help contractors like you. We have a software that we've built that we've worked our company off of for 8 years. It's a one-stop shop software that helps your company run from first contact with the client through final invoicing. We built this software to help us grow our company and scale. On top of that, we also offer coaching, consulting, education, and those 2 things combined, we teach you how to grow your company on our platform. Our goal is your success. So I love to see you at one of our webinars. We've got in-person trainings where we really will sit down and go through building processes with you. If you'd like to come to some of those, check us out on the website. And also, if you need any other questions or help, feel free to email me personally. My email is clarkturner@proservealliance.com. I love to talk to you here if you got any questions about these videos. Thanks so much for watching. Talk to you soon.